Plenty to talk about across the Western Pacific today, from our area of convection towards the south of Guam. That could be our next low pressure area, to the cold surge that is bringing heavy snowfall across Japan, even frigid temperatures down towards Taiwan, and freezing conditions even in the parts of Vietnam. The interaction between these two is what's going to control the weather across the Philippines as well as we go ahead through the upcoming week and into the early part of next week. That is through the start of February. I'm meteorologist Robert Spetta. Let's break down this update here for you. First off, starting off a little closer look here at the Philippines and our convection just above my head here. You see that flaring up over the last few hours towards the south of Guam. Still got plenty of moisture wrapped up on it, and since our shear line's just a bit further towards the north at this time, it is escaping a bit of shear, but it is going to start to interact with it as it pulls further towards the west through Thursday heading into Friday. And we can even see that here with our outlook, with our latest cold surge edging towards the south. You can see the leading edge of it right there, and that is our shear line, also this line of precipitation that's working its way through areas of ice through Thursday heading into Friday. All the while, our broad area of low pressure continuing to try to develop just off there towards the east. So as that continues to edge along, it starts to interact with that shear line, and I think by Monday, Saturday, Sunday, but mainly Monday over towards Tuesday, a very heavy increase in precipitation from Siargao and pretty much most of eastern Mindanao, rivaling what we've seen in December with our tropical depression Kabayan out here. And here's a closer look here on Friday. First, the shear line bringing widespread rainfall across this area as that edges further towards the south, and then our area of convection works its way in from the south and east and helps introduce that additional moisture and instability, with brings localized heavy rain. It could be even localized flooding here through Sunday heading into Monday as well. And just take a look at that overall rainfall accumulation as we look ahead here. Now, I do want to kind of get a closer look at also what I'm talking about here with this area at this point, because you know there it does have that it does have kind of that moisture flow. This is actually your total precipitable water vapor, and it gives you an idea of what I'm talking about here. This area right in here, you can see that broad circulation. Here comes our shear line coming in from the north, and an overall view of the atmosphere. I think that's what I was going for with what I'm trying to say here. See as that kind of edges off towards the west, and it's going to be that interaction between the two. So let's take a look at some of the model guidances. First, starting off with the GFS, the Global Forecasting System. And you can see here on the bottom of the screen, just basically to the right of my left of my talking head, you have that trying to develop Sunday, Monday, and at the same time you also have kind of that shear line pushing in on it. But the big thing is that increase in rainfall across this area could create some localized flooding. That's the GFS, the more aggressive one here. The ECMWS also showing by Monday to Tuesday that surge of moisture, while let's just show for comparison's sake something like the Canadian model, also showing it but not quite. The GFS by far the most aggressive, and I think giving that shear line interacting with it about the same time that broad area of possibly low pressure would be arriving, we wouldn't see so much maybe a tropical depression, but it wouldn't be a tropical storm just because too much shear would be interacting with our area of low pressure off here towards the east. So kind of interesting, you know, I just want to look at the dynamics, but I think for the main portion of this, areas of southeastern Visayas, eastern Mindanao just need to be ready for heavy rainfall by the end of the week and heading into early next week. Pulling back the picture, you also see our surge, which has been pushing towards the south here. Even get some Von Karman vortices coming off of Jeju-do there. Actually, this cold air has been pushing even as far south of Hong Kong. They issued a very cold warning out there. Temperatures getting down to the freezing point in spots. This is out of Vietnam. I mean, just this lovely lady posing at the top of a mountain. And I share this because when you think of Vietnam, you typically don't think of mountains covered in snow, but occasionally with these cold surges, and if they're extra powerful, they do show up here. And then you even see across Japan, these are all the areas in the red indicating of heavy snowfall warnings as of recording this update. So good for skiers and snowboarders alike, but boy, this cold surge just absolutely dominating. And it's all thanks to this low pressure area. You can see it pulling away. You get that cool air spilling behind it just like that. And then the leading edge of it is our shear line, which is pushing towards the south, tracking across the Philippines today. I like the breakdown how all of these atmospheres are connected. I find it exceptionally interesting and kind of cool. Anyways, that's what we're looking at for the maps. Let's get a little look at the numbers here. Cebu, yeah, Friday showers can be pushing on through, but maybe by Monday and Tuesday it picks up again. The other side of the country, in Baguio, you're going to be staying on the chilly side with this cold surge still in place. Lows could be into about 12, but some areas could be flirting in like Benguet near 10 degrees. Just for our Thursday, let's look a little closer look. As that shear line edges its way south, parts of Visayas looking at rainfall. That includes places like Legazpi, where 6 years ago today you were dealing with the last major eruption of Mount Mayon. 28 though out there today with some passing rainfall. Beautiful day out in Puerto Princess. Sunny skies, looking pretty nice out there in the Palawan. As we look further towards the north, we're going to be seeing actually pretty decent conditions here on a Thursday north of that shear line from Manila to Subic over towards Region 1, that's San Fernando, and the Amihan, so bringing some on and off rainfall for parts of the Cagayan Valley. If you like these flyovers, or you like me breaking down the updates or anything like that, please check out our Patreon. I say it all the time, and I truly mean it. If you guys don't mind stopping by, these fantastic guys, and we're trying to do new things. We got a podcast coming up. I do want to visit the Philippines soon, just to kind of meet up with a bunch of you. Equipment, things like that. It's this big list of goals. And these goals are only possible because of you wonderful people. So we're trying our best. And, eventually, if we get enough support, the channel grows enough, this could be a full-time job. We'll see. Maybe one day down the road. I keep my hopes up. Big thanks for everybody. Siargao Wake Park, sorry, you're kind of covered up there. But Siargao Wake Park, if you're there, check them out. And everybody else that, supports this channel. Thanks, guys. As always, thanks for watching. The number one thing, of course, is stay safe out there. Hope you have a great day.